What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 15 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Imrik Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Teclis has at last joined us, confederating just before he was destroyed by Kairos here, who is, is still completely surrounding his former territories, but it's working out. In fact, just to quick check, how many territories do you have, sir? Alright, he's got 6. I think we can see 4 of them here. 1, 2, 3, and then presumably there's another one here. Yes. And maybe he had, 5 here. I don't know where the 6th one is. Maybe somewhere in Oxyodal's territories, but I guess we'll find out later. Anyway, I have one thing to say about all of this. Well. Big Mage wants help from Dragon Prince Imrik. I'm going to be smug about this for the rest of the campaign, so prepare for yourselves for it. Anyway, we got a debut battle with Teclis last time around, taking Tor Serpindar at the cost of even more damage to his already damaged army, but we're alive and we're looking to retake the Fortress of Dawn and have Teclis set up here. The faster we knock out... Oh, there's the other territory. The faster we set up and knock out Kairos, the better it will be, not only for us, but for our allies, for everybody. Kairos is a meddling jerk, so yeah. Also, from a loreful perspective, I guess it does kind of make sense that Teclis was the first to join Imrik here, confederation-wise, because Teclis and Imrik sided against Tyrion and kind of a lot of Ulthuan with Malekith in the end times. Granted, I'm not generally one to quote or refer to the end times, preferring to sort of pretend that they didn't happen or didn't exist, but for those of you who are interested in that aspect, yeah, Imrik, Malekith, and Teclis kind of saved the Elves there, but yeah, once again, end times were very iffy. I mean, to be fair, in the end times, everybody went completely nuts. Influence of Cain kind of drove all the Elves mad into killing each other, and yeah, okay. The less said about it, the better. Anyway, let's see what we gotta do this turn. Larishian, I was gonna have you recruit some stuff, but frankly, I might have jumped the gun a little bit on that. It might be fine that we kind of got you on the field and we can use somebody else to recruit stuff instead of you and then bring you back afterwards, because I expect that because of the negative buff from the Confederation and the fact that we lost like 3,000 gold per turn, we might not be able to keep you on the field right now, so we're going to take you out for a bit. Because the princesses cost 400 per turn, they're the most expensive of the lords, so yeah, we'll deal with that later. Anyway, I think that might be the only thing that we had to do this turn, insofar as it was a thing that we actually had to do, and we're ready to end the turn. So building upgrade available, end turn, let's proceed. Should be in range of the next dragon hunt, which is the YMWRATH, the eternal star dragon hunt, which is the most powerful of the dragons, before we loop right back around to those that we missed. See if anybody's close enough to attack us right now. And while the turn is ending, once again we did reach the engagement threshold, so this will be an hour-long episode, and the engagement threshold still stands at 350 likes and 50 comments. Plus, to the somewhat detriment of those who are still struggling to catch up, if we maintain the streak at 400 likes and 60 comments, then we can once again do a double episode on Saturday. We're up at above 75 influence. Wait, I wanted to see something. Arathon ambush foiled, a little bit unfortunate, but whatever. Cavalry focus, great. Flight of arrows. Okay, I probably shouldn't have recruited as much stuff as I did, but whatever. I forgot about those. What I wanted was a handmaiden, specifically... Ooh. Medic. Casualty or punishment rate plus 10, that's quite nice. Honed isn't too bad either. There was another one... Yeah, resistant isn't too bad either. I'm gonna say start with medic. It's too good to pass up. And we have exactly enough influence to get the resistant one as well. Where are you? Yeah, you're here. We need to... we can't recruit them everywhere, can we? We have to use this province to do so? Yeah. I figure... And we could send one up all the way here to join Etelnai's army. It makes more sense for a handmaiden to be with the Lothern Seaguard than the noble, I think. Especially this particular noble, who's really, really good, but would be a lot better in another army. So, yeah. And this is going to give us more upkeep cost, but, well, what can you do? Not Thinker and Resilient is the one. Alright, so you're going up north and you're going this way. Now, just out of curiosity, other than Medic and Replenish Troops, which is what we wanted, you guys do have the Guardian trait if we go through Protector of the Everqueen, and oh, basically there's a lot of choices. Diplomatic income from trade tariffs, and influence per turn. Ooh, weakness to fire damage. Imrik-like. Sisters of Avalorn buffs we don't necessarily need in this particular army. Hawkish Precision buffs basically all range units, and another reason why we wanted to buff up the Lothern Sea Guard. And I think that's it for the buffs. I'm inclined to say Lieutenant of the Everqueen is probably what we're going to do for the armies that have a lot of range units. Probably not going to use these as field agents, at least generally speaking, but yeah, they provide a lot of casualty or punishment for potential armies. This trait isn't too bad either. I don't really care for Protector of the Everqueen for the leadership war, as it's not super relevant, especially in the late game, as leadership problems are few and far between. But Guardian ain't bad, and I'm not sure what other sources of Guardian we have. I have to take a look at that. But it is at the cost of the other stuff. Anyway, obviously Alariel, once we get her, we'll have a bunch of these with the Sisters of Avalorn. And now, Imrik, you, by the looks of it, are just unable to reach this place, though. Are you actually able to go there and march stance? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Oh, look at that. Oh, if we could hunt down Queek with Imrik, that would be fantastic. We'll challenge the dragon. Let's give this a read, though. It's kind of similar to, well, these little herald texts are always kind of similar, but whatever. Your perplexed scouts inform you that a strange-looking creature has been spotted, skittishly hiding in some nearby undergrowth. After going to investigate, you encounter a lizard-like creature of Lustria you recognize as a skink. Stranger still is the fact that the creature speaks your language. The skink tells you that it is the Herald of Imrath, a legendary star dragon of Lustria that is known to be in an alliance with the lizardmen and beasts who live in its territory. Such a powerful dragon is worth reaching out to, but what message would you have your herald send back to its dragon master? I guess since Imrath is tied to lizardmen, we could pop Imrath into a army with lizardmen allies, especially since we're looking to maintain friendly relations, both with Mazda Mundi and Krog-Gar. We'll challenge the dragon, and this gives us, ooh, ward save 20, eh? Wait, what does Imrik have? He has the Chest of Sustenance, but this would be pretty ridiculous on him as well. And ward save and experience gain for units. Not too bad. What do we have in terms of enemies? Well, we can't see what the reinforcements are. The rest of the army is reasonable. We could deal with it. And Imrik, I'm sure, can beat Imrath. Alright, Queeky. You go right here. I am wondering whether... Wait. We can't risk Queek running past you. I'm not sure that he can, but let's not risk it. You go here, and stay back, essentially. We'll have Imrik take the desolation.
Do not tarry.
Maybe a little bit closer, wait. And I go right here. I'm hoping that while in march stance, we can essentially move you towards the desolation of Nagash and still get a little bit of XP. Imrik does exert a zone of control, but I'm not entirely sure whether we can bypass it when we're in march stance or not. Because I just don't remember. It's not a situation that's come up too often. Anyway, Imrik, stay right there. Fayadian and Co. Let's see what these guys have in terms of remaining territories. 12 now. They're down to 58 strength rank, huh? I guess we're not the only ones kicking them around. Clan Angren and Nargulon are doing not too bad against them, which is kind of interesting. Still, I don't think this is the time to attack the... wait. Can we attack you? I mean, we can attack you, but you'll probably run, but nonetheless, we probably should attempt to kill you off. So you're gonna go right here, Fadian. What I was about to say was this may not be the time to attack Karak Azul, since we need another army to take these territories real quick. So while I'm willing to trespass in their territory, I don't think we necessarily want to attack them. I could also by and large ignore the Forest of Gloom for now. I don't think these guys will attack us, and if they do, I somehow doubt that they'll be able to easily take Karazakarak. Oh. There is a full stack belonging to Karak Azul. Man, these guys are revived well. Good for them. The Lilith's Blessing for you. And I guess you're already in the Lilith's Blessing, so you guys just stay together for now. Though, considering the feats of Phaedion so far, honestly, I'm fairly sure that she should be able to deal with most things, or most armies, or rather by herself. We'll want to upgrade the Haven here. We'll hold on to the rally field. We don't necessarily need it here, but we do want the additional Lothar and Seaguard capacity while we're recruiting, so just sort of temporarily. 4 more turns of -8 control, though, and yeah, that's a lot of minus control. Anyway. Faction number... Hey, the Ice Court is back. Isn't that lovely? What do we have here? Oh, would you look at that? The Western Provinces ready to re-up that non-aggression pact and... 11... Oh, we really want that military alliance with them, so I think even though this is costly, we're gonna pay it. Damn you, though. I'm actually relatively close to that defensive alliance, so keep an eye on that. Ooh, what the heck happened with Mazda Mundi? He does not like that we're in a treaty with Tiranoc. Why? I have no idea. Alright, whatever happened between the two is probably unfortunate, but it's a thing that we'll ignore. Ironbrow's expedition probably going to be dead soon, but we'll ignore them as well. Erathond, I do believe you were in range of Oranon. I also need to keep an eye out for Malekith. Ooh, right. We had a way to spy on him, as it were. So if we look at the war coordination... Ally missions. Okay, this is Count Noctilus. Oh. Was that not this campaign? Okay, well, I guess we can only spy on Count Noctilus here. Okay, now we don't know where Malekith is. Alright, fine. You are still going to go this way, but rather than in regular stance, I think we'll move in ambush stance. Or, you know what? Maybe move up a little bit closer just to see what's going on, and then ambush as needed. Like so. You have your noble now, so you can heal up. I don't see Malekith, but it doesn't mean he's not nearby, and this army isn't going to be as strong as the others. Keep moving up. Stay in ambush. Honestly, if Malekith attacks Chimerica and then gets heavily damaged, that would actually work out fairly well for us. Erathond, you are going to go into Noble Prestige, and you're going to take Shroktek Mount. And hopefully that'll give us enough vision to see where Malekith's main stack is. Wow, there's actually quite a lot of units here. Alright, we're gonna need to be a little bit careful here, but we should still be okay. We really need to get a mage for this army. Erathon's been without one for the entire run, but, well, we don't have any nearby... mage towers / archives. Oh, actually, before we fight the battle, there's a few more names that we should probably get in here. Who's not named yet? Okay, there's a couple... Okay, let's just get a few at least. Because I was going to name some stuff. Okay, you can be the Reaper, or the Reapers, I guess, since there's more of you. And thanks for confusing me further. I already refer to them as Reaper Bolt Throwers. You're making it worse. Anyway, Eagles. Alright, this was a name suggested for Hawk Riders, but there's no guarantee that we'll be able to get them anytime soon. So you can be Town Force 1 as an Eagles instead. And... oh, okay, you don't have a name either. Okay, I have a lot of names that are, like, for a single eagle, so I'm just going to... Okay, the Eagles, rather than the Eagly, or just Eagles, I guess. I'm just going to add S's to them because it's odd that it's 4 eagles with 1 name. Unless there's some magic that makes them, I don't know, 4 beings in 1. Let's name a few Lothar and Seaguard, I guess, from the Lothar and Seaguard army as well. Just a couple. I'm going to start with the shielded ones, mostly because they're the least likely to be taken out, or a little bit less likely, I should say, to be taken out. Let's name a few. Druki Repellers. Sea Dogs. And I don't know, one more. Let's do Tidewalkers. There we go. The issue with naming dragons is you're going to have to wait until we actually have the ability to actually build them. But for now, Pyrrhic Victory, lots of Druki to fight. Let's get to it.
Asurian wills it.
Alrighty, here we go to the sound of the elven horns. The eagles fly once more. And they're all rank 7 now, so they've got a fairly significant power-up as well, making them a fair bit more tanky. Arathon will lead the way into the enemy city, though he'll take a few shots from the enemy towers. He and the eagles will fly above them and to look to land upon the Reaper bolt throwers below, which are attempting to fire back at our eagle claws. Alright, and the sheer number of eagles that we have will allow us to not only land on the enemy Dark Shards and Eagle or Reaper Bolt. Oh my lord, now I'm confusing them the other way. Land on the Reaper Bolt Throwers, as well as have 4 of our units of eagles take care of both of the enemy towers that are defending this location, which is quite nice. And now we do have to be a little bit careful since there are a fair few enemies in this particular settlement, nearly 2 stacks, so and on top of that, rather, we don't have any way to actually heal the eagles. Considering they dish out pretty much all the damage for this army, we gotta be careful with that. Ooh, and here comes a bound fiery convocation. We may not have a spell, but I just see that it completely deleted those 2 units, not down to like 3 guys. Every single unit out of those 2 units of Black Ark Corsairs was completely obliterated. But Fiery Convocation has always been a fairly strong spell. I mean, it's essentially the equivalent of having an item that gives you Bound Wind of Death ability. It also has a fairly long cooldown, and that's why we used it here on only these 2 troops in order to make sure that the cooldown comes up and we get to use it again. Out here, the enemy has done a fairly smart thing, pulled out the the harpies, including the Crows of Cain harpies, and has had them attack the undefended relatively so Eagle Claw Bolters. Fortunately, our eagles are fairly quick on the uptake and are speedy to arrive to the aid of the Eagle Claws. Can't have the enemy destroying an artillery piece with their namesake after all, and should be able to rip those harpies apart without too much trouble. The harpies cause bleed and so do the eagles, but the eagles can outbleed the harpies, especially with a little help from the newly arrived Silverin Guard, though by the looks of it, the harpies are already done. Lovely. A little bit of an aerial ballet for us as well. Out here, it looks like Arathon deleting the 2 units of eagles and the harpies, or not the harpies, and the noble there has managed to send the Dark Shards scurrying away. And out here, we've had 3 of our units of the Eagle Claws just irritating this unit of Harganeth Executioners. In previous battles, we've seen the Harganeth Executioners rip those Silverin Guard apart, so the fact that the AI has to sort of sit here and do the dance, attempting to avoid shots from the bolt throwers, means that this unit isn't participating in the combat at all. Though it'll be forced to before long. Out here, the Eagles, led by Arathon, have once again found another pile of enemy Dread Spears, and are destroying them pretty quick to probably send them tumbling down into this pit of very, very large corpses. Seriously, on the maps there seems to be these absolutely gigantic corpses. Did they just find a pile of ogres or something and sent them down there? I don't know. But anyway, we got more eagles annoying the enemy, hitting them in the back, all the while attacking enemy Black Ark Corsairs rather than Dark Shards. Though it's the Blackguard of Nagaron we really need to take care of, and that's why we're going to move Arathon and the Noble in to deal with them. Although we have seen the entire mob of eagles destroy them previously, but they would have taken at least some damage, and at least this way we don't have to commit them all to doing this. Alright, Blackguard are in trouble. The Bleak Swords are no threat to the eagles, or probably that much of a threat to the Silverin Guard, I'd wager. They managed to knock down 3 and deal a little bit of damage, but are now going to rout out of there. Oh wow, what? 70 weapon strength? Really? 70 weapon strength on Bleak Swords. That seems high. Does that seem high to you? Silverin Guard also have 68. Okay. Maybe it's just SFO's inflated stats as compared to Vanilla's stats. I'm just surprised seeing 70 weapon strength on a unit like Dread Spears. Well, they share the same amount. A unit of Dread Spears or a unit of Bleak Swords, because they're such a basic troop. But anyway. We'll have to check our own spears, like our own regular, not non-Silverin spears, later on. Anyway, by the looks of it, we're just going to quickly force these guys out here to shatter. And then move back into the fray. Silver and Guard, time to climb the hill. The enemies activated their murderous prowess ability, but alas for them, they're probably not going to get too much value out of it. In the meantime, our Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers are providing a nice little bit of support, firing upon units that are attempting to make it towards the hill, where our other 2 units of the Silver and Guard are waiting. The last defense in the Gleaming Watch, but the enemy dare not approach them while they're under fire from the Reaper Bolt Throwers, who are doing a very good job with a little bit of area denial. Eagles join the fray once more. There's a unit of Dark Shards out here firing down from this platform. But the platform is merely a perch for the Eagles, so they'll have a nice meal and then they'll be able to perch while relaxing afterwards. Oh wow, a bloody end for that particular Dark Shard. Out here, Arathond will land as well, together with a few more Eagles upon some Bleak Swords. I fear their high weapon strength won't be enough to deal with any of this, whether it be with the Eagles or with Arathon's Griffin. I do really like the idea of the Griffin leading the Eagles as well. And they rear charge into a few more units, and I do believe the enemy Master is here as well. And we're going to use that Ring of Korin Arcane Forging equivalent that Arathond is holding to debuff the enemy lord and do a little bit of damage over time as well. I mean, we may not have a mage in this army as yet, but just because we don't have a mage doesn't mean we don't have a couple of spells available to us via items. And if we really wanted to, we could also transfer that Gehenna's Golden Hounds bound spell ability to this army as well, as needed. Anyway, looks like the enemy Master has fallen. There is still a unit of Harganeth Executioners here who have managed to, well, kill off one of the Silver and Guard here. Looks like a Spirit Leech is going to hit the Silver and Guard as well, which will probably help at least a little bit. But we'll need to deal with those Executioners. Oh, and it looks like the enemy Lord has come here to help defend, or at least to lead the Executioners against the Silver and Guard, but all that does is prompt Arathond to lead the Guard in their attack. And he keeps using the mass of that Griffin to push the enemy Lords back, and it's working quite well. Alright, and how's that balance of power? Looking about 80%, maybe 85% in our favor. Out here, a few of the other Eagle units have peeled away to find more isolated Dark Shards, and generally speaking, any isolated units that they can find. And they're a little bit hurt, as we saw their health bars be down to like 60 to 75% HP, depending on the individual Eagle unit. However, despite the HP loss, they still haven't lost a single Eagle, which works out quite nice. I wonder if the Lore of Beasts for the High Elves summons a Manticore as usual, or does it summon Eagles? It should summon Eagles, shouldn't it? I feel like it should. Everybody who has the Lore of Beasts should have a unique sort of, a unique summoning to it. And it looks like that unit will break in. By the looks of it, with the enemy Lord defeated, the enemy army will shatter, and the balance of power will be ours. Or the balance of power, the battle will be ours. The enemy Sorceress was killed off by Arathond after he had killed off the Master, and he was just working on the Death Hag there, but it looks like no need for any further. Alright, there we go, and very nice once again. I think the Eagle army felling nearly 2 stacks full of enemies with Beacon Talon is pretty darn solid. Don't underestimate those Eagles. They have certainly taken the concept of ripping things to shreds quite literally. Lots and lots of damage on them. The Silver and Guard held the line as they were used for a decent bit of damage on at least some of our Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. It looks like the Talon's Shadow won the day for the artillery pieces, and for the Eagles, Talon Force won as the better, though the Eagles were very close upon them, and Thorndor's Flock as well. And oh, and Guahira's beaks as well. All the eagles did well, is what I'm getting at. Frankly, pretty much any battle once Arathon is through with them probably be described as to shreds, you say. Armor of Caledor, another Armor of Caledor. We're just swimming in Armors of Caledor. Arwenil has an Thilmar chariot. Okay, she can hold on to it for now. Don't know why it's telling us about it here and now, but sure, why not? And Rakto Gorge is still a mountainous territory, so it's still green, and all these green territories will allow us to heal fairly nicely, but it's really hag grief that we want, especially before one of these guys takes it. Certainly don't want that. Looks like one of Elite and Nara's little armies is running around here doing something. Also, how much do you want for Clark Harrod? Once again, just out of curiosity. Minus 27, it's not so bad, so there is potential for finding another territory that we potentially can get, and actually get it from them. Also, don't collect income here, which we're not doing, I guess. Do we build the colonnade or the plaza? Let's start with the plaza, especially while we're in that darn Confederation debuff, which is absolutely huge. I do feel like there should also be like a... there should be like two sides to the Confederation thing. Like, it shouldn't just be a massive debuff. You should also probably get like a buff, like a little bit of bonus growth, for example. Control from sort of integrating the subcultures, societies, whatever together, and then growth from, well, all the influx of additional troops and citizens, generally speaking. Not just huge negatives. And granted, you get the units from them and stuff, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's see what else we got going for us this turn. Are you going to try to take Fortress of Dawn? Man, everybody is inching towards that Fortress of Dawn, which is making me nervous. I also really wish that you... Oh, you know what we need to do? Oh, damn, we're out of noble capacity. You know what? I should have saved an extra noble capacity to get the casualty or punishment rate for Teclis. He needs it, he really does. Alright, you're going to keep moving towards the Fortress of Dawn, but I fear that we have to do so while in camp, or else we'll be so damaged. And then it won't be great. Alright, you go here, and you can still recruit. We are going to be losing public order here now. Are you guys going to sail southward to grab a few of these territories? Go for it, please do. We have no intention of holding the Chaos Wastes as well. Just please leave that Skull Reef alone. I would really like that. Anyway. Teclis, we're probably going to need to recruit you a little bit more stuff, so more money going to be spent on this. Let's get you a couple of Lothern Seaguard as well. At least they're reasonably cheap here. And we could get you at least one unit of spears via global, because it takes only one turn from there. Just to get you heavy arrowheads as well. Oh, they take 2 turns? Nah. I guess we'll just get you a regular High Elven archers. Go for it. Now that we have reduction to the cavalry and missile troops, at least we can recruit them at relatively cheap. And Teclis will have a full sort of temporary stack. We're not going to get him everything that he wants right now, because we can't afford it. But we will eventually. Anyway, anybody else? Architect Luaran, yes, you are here for a reason. Black Fortress, we will build the theater for very, very cheap. And we want to build up... I'm gonna say the Dragon's Lair. Get started on that. We'll need the Phoenix thing too, but we don't necessarily have to build it here. And, oh, actually we can build it here as soon as the Gate Guard garrison is deleted, which will be in a little bit. But for now, build the Archive. We need more mage capacity. And I guess Lore Master capacity as well. You're still recruiting, as I recall. One more turn, and then you can head out to the Black Fortress, where you can recruit the additional units of... We should upgrade that Grand Repository. Alright, Architect Luaran, stay there then. I wanted you to return to Dreadrock, but I guess you can do it later. We'll just save on the upgrading stuff until then. You two can't move right now. We also have to figure out... Oh, we should also probably send Luaran to Nagashazar. It's too expensive, I think, to build the stuff there. At least for now. Oh well, what can you do? Alright, let's take a quick look at what else we've got here. So Influencer, and go for Specialist, because we don't want you to fail at securing Influence. And start moving this way a little bit. Can you reach Blood Peak from here? No, but you can re-up the Secure Influence at Firemouth. And Critical Failure. Well, damn. The plus influence, though, will keep going for the 5 turns that... Oh, he's gonna be wounded for 8 turns. I wish you could delete a failure. Like, there should be like a little button to like just completely delete him and then just get a new one. Because 8 turns is a long, long time. And just kill him while he's recuperating. Come on now. If anybody knows of a way to delete a hero while they're like that, please let me know, as I would appreciate it. I wish you weren't corrupted by Tzeentch, but what can you do? Alright, go out here. We're gonna have you join Teclis's army because he's at 19 out of 20. The corruption of Tzeentch is a little bit annoying because it's -5 control for own province, and we're already getting corruption from... was it you? No. I think somebody here was also corrupt. Oh, Teclis is corrupted by Tzeentch, and you're corrupted by Tzeentch as well. So it's like a -15 control, which is massive, and we're already having control issues. But, well, as long as we don't stay too long in our own territories, as iffy as that sounds, we're fine. Anyway, building real quick, then Diplo, then end turn. And Dragon Isles we're waiting on, Dead Rock Gap. I guess we build the... oh, Lord, the Colonnade is expensive. We could go for all the manors, we need the additional growth. Arnheim, you're fine for 2 more turns until we build several things at once, so I think we'll ignore you. Hag Hall, oh wow, that public order. Alright, we'll upgrade you, Valzanville, immediately, because we need to tech towards it, and then we're gonna have to switch to tribute to the Phoenix King. Damn, that Confederation debuff, though. But what can you do? Ice Rock Gorge, I think you've no choice but to go for the Plaza. And we'll just keep not collecting income because of the horrendous public order we have here, and then we basically run out of cash, so nothing else we could do. Skip, building upgrade, skip, diplomacy check. Ice Court is back and wants to trade. I think we can do that. I fear they'll die very, very quickly because it's probably just a rebellion that revived them, but, well, nonetheless. Also, I see Ungrim is having a tough time. How much would you offer us for peace? 1200, and not enough yet. We'll wait until he loses his army to Tyrion chasing him around. I wish he wasn't using 3 armies to do this when we've told Tyrion to go claim the Galleon's graveyard, but whatever. Valzanville. -7? Okay, now. Alright, you know what? We'll switch you to tribute to the Phoenix King, and then we'll collect the income. We need more income. Any territory that can actually collect the income despite the horrendous public order right now, due to Confederation, should do so, because we need the cash. Sadly, Haunted Forest is not one of them, and... -12? Yeah, I don't think so. I think that was it. Oh, damn. Yeah, we need to take Fortress of Dawn before the place starts rebelling in turn. Let's see what Karak Azul and all of these guys do, but we'll once again be ignoring them for a little bit. We'll destroy them and take all their stuff. But first, the Bloody Hands. They are one of our campaign objectives after all. Clan Wars and the Bloody Hands are definitely in trouble, but Khorne is doing pretty darn okay out here, and we'll deal with him next. Peace treaty with Ironbrow? No, sorry, Ironbrow. We can't afford to do so because you are in wars with factions that we want to maintain friendly relations with. And, alright, looks like we're good. Nobody attacked us. Belharathoi failed in the ambush, but that is not super relevant. We can't reach Hrothgar's Spire. Let's see if there's anything out here. Oh, there's Malekith. Okay, so he's got a decent stack. He may very well attempt to attack us. Let's go into the Lilith's Blessing, as this army does have a caster. And we'll see if he goes for us or if he runs. The other option would be to start moving Arathon down here and forgo going for Kragroth Deep. And then into Hag Grief, which was the original plan. But if we can knock out Malekith, that would be swell. Alright, you know what? I think we'll risk it. Go into regular stance. Like so. Wait, ambush takes 25 or 50? Oh, damn it, alright. I always forget. Go here. If he tries to run, you should be able to catch him as well. Ambush takes 25. Alright, so we should still be able to go all the way to here and still ambush. Like so. He might go for Belharathoi. If he does, then we'll fight him in the field, though he's pretty badly damaged and not replenishing, probably due to the unpleasant climate. But there's also a lot of value in Hrothgar's Spire in potentially trading it for the Circle of Destruction, as we will eventually want the full Obsidian Peaks territory if we can manage to get it. Frankly, it's mostly for Clark Caron. Don't really care about the other stuff, but, well, nonetheless important. Imrik. Queek is still here. Wait, what? Are you telling me this is a ruin? Huh. That's interesting. Well, we're not gonna... Probably shouldn't use you to confederate this if this is in fact a ruin. Ah, wait. Can you reach this? No, that won't work. Okay, damn.
No one does it better.
I'd really, really strongly like for Imrik to kill Queek. +2 adjacent provinces and +6 from characters, none from local anything. Okay, meaning, yeah, there's no buildings there. It's just, well, desolate. Imrik, go right here. Oh, some Skaven rebellions. Queeky, you got a long way to go, so let's put you right here, Arwinel. Just gotta get you not... Make sure we don't get you killed. And we'll see. And you can take the desolation, which next turn, which will complete the Nagashazar province, which we need to do anyway. Anyway, you, Handmaiden. I was going to send sort of to Imrik, but also sort of to the other army. And then you, other Handmaiden, with Resistant, you are going to go up here. Next up, we should have completed the recruitment on Fern Harvest, and we're going to march stance you all the way up here to Black Fortress, where you will recruit some Gate Guard for us. So you can switch back to Tribute to the Phoenix King now. And frankly, we probably no longer need the Farrier here, as we'll never recruit anything here again. We'll keep the Elven Forge briefly, mostly just because it provides us additional chariot capacity, because we want some White Lion chariots relatively soon. I'm hoping within the next 10 turns. We will build the second tier Grand Repository here, which will then allow us to build the military advancements once we, you know, get the money. And then you, Architect Luaron, can move right back to Dread Rock, wherein you will be building a bunch of stuff. Hopefully. And then on to Nagashazar to make use of that tier 4. Oh, you're just out of range. Shame, but it's okay. We can wait the turn, not a big deal. Alright, Phaedian and Co. Well, how are we looking out here? Gazador, Dragon Slayer. If nothing else, the name should have Imrik kill him, but... Anyway, you two go here and take Barrack Dawa's bag. And, okay, so a little tiny army, but nothing to be concerned about. Iron Rock has iron, go figure, but it's certainly something that we want for ourselves. You should be in Noble Prestige rather than in Lilith's Blessing, but you didn't have enough move speed or move range for it. Alright, I'll resolve this, presumably. Damn, Rahagra's Pride and the Pure Main Company are taking a lot of damage, and for some reason, this one unit of Lothran Seaguard decided to get obliterated. I don't know why. Weird. Oh, wow. We could loot and occupy. You know what? 80% is basically full replenishment for that one unit. Go for it, loot and occupy. I think it's worth it here. Phaedian, you don't need that sort of battle. It would be funny if we gave the Sword of Cain to Phaedian. Anyway, this looks good to me. Barrack Dawa's bag, you were going to be at tier 1 anyway, so that's irrelevant. And I'm not going to bother repairing you, at least not right now. These guys are full HP now. Beautiful. I'm almost tempted to... No, we probably shouldn't send you up ahead, should we? How much do you heal here? Pretty much full anyway. Okay, no. You guys stay beside each other. Just make sure that you can't get attacked. Like so. Alright, lovely. And you can stay in Lilith's Blessing as well. And proceed on to Iron Rock. How many territories do you guys have? Ooh, Barrack Var. Also a nice pickup. It's got a port, it's got dyes, it's got things we like. 11 territories. They still have plenty of territory potentially to attack us out of, so we will still have to be careful, and we most likely will need more armies here. Teclis. You won't be able to reach Fortress of Dawn this turn. Watch Kairos come back at the most inopportune moment. You will land here. Can you actually move this far? Huh, you can. Alright, move into Kairos' territory. Damn, this guy's gonna besiege it. But I don't think that he can take it, so maybe he'll damage himself or damage himself trying to attack it, and it'll work out for us. Maybe. Teclis. You need to close the distance as fast as possible. And we're going to do the same thing with Gwyndian. Gotta get that fortress. And the faster we do this, the faster we can hopefully knock Kairos out before he pulls any shenanigans. Also, are you at war, Kairos? With Oxyotl? You're not at war with Oxyotl. Well, that's not good. It's not good because we don't then... Wait. Okay, I need to see something. Don't tell me Oxyotl is dead. No, there's no corruption here. They're just not fighting for some reason. But the Zenitian corruption does go pretty far. As it tends to do, as we can clearly attest because we have plenty of our own. Also, Teclis, you need to go into... Well, you can't heal. So I guess Lilith's Blessing. I do wish that the casualty punishment was constant rather than not. You can't reach this, can you? No. Can you reach it? Wow. You don't have siege attacker anyway. Lilith's Blessing. Lilith's Blessing for everybody.
Lilith, hear me.
Hmm. How much did it cost to cross this? Would we still be able to reach it from here? Because if we would, I'd prefer to be over there. Oh, you wouldn't be able to go back. So we probably shouldn't risk it. Fine, just stay here, whatever. Not a huge deal, admittedly. Alright, and we are looking good. Alright, so, Imrik. I would like you to kill Quake. Okay, I think we'll end the turn after building some buildings rather than fighting Imrath right now. We will fight him this episode, but I want to make sure that we can hopefully kill off Quake right now, because the upkeep reduction that he offers would be real good for us. Dead Rug Gap. Still tempted to build these, but, you know, when we have more cash available to us. Moonshard, Bleak Hold. Okay, you can briefly switch to Rebuild Lost Splendor, though we have to be really careful about your public order. Wait, how much are you at? Minus 62, okay, ugh. Wait, you know what? At least this doesn't provide us negative control faction-wide. Oh, actually it does. No, you know what? We can't risk it yet. Man. Because it'll go to 75, most likely. I guess it'll fix itself right over. Fine, rebuild Lost Splendor, then we'll need to immediately build these things up next turn. Yeesh. That Confederation -8 is crazy. Next up, Ice Rock Gorge will build up your Haven or whatever it is. Mount Squighorn. Keep the Citizen Militia thing for now. Go for, I guess, the Elven Artisan, but we still need the Colonnades. Maybe we can delete this here. Not like you guys are going to build anything, at least not right now. Yeah, fine, delete it. We'll need more Colonnades. I'd love to start collecting income, that's the thing. Bitter Bay, oh my lord, that's expensive. Now, we'll wait until Phaedian gets here. Save the money. I'd rather save it and upgrade it in a couple of turns rather than immediately. Alright, anything useful to us? Constant casualty or punishment rate and corruption at the cost of 4k. I would be very tempted to do it if we had the money, but we don't. Let's see, Karazakarek. Looks like an end turn to me. Dreadfleet at 7.5 now.
The decks of the river.
Still not willing to offer us that much. And Tyrion. I think he's destroyed that army. Maybe he'll actually go for this now, which would be just wonderful. Also, ooh, we need to pay attention to... Yeah, he's gonna break his agreements with us. It's mostly the trade agreement that we're concerned about, but there's nothing we can do about it. I suppose if the Jade Court kills him, then we'll just ally with the Jade Court. The Last Defenders seem to be relatively okay with us. And actually thinking of the Last Defenders, we need to make sure that they don't get into a war with the Court of Libara. So let's go for Intrigue at Court. We'll do it between... Okay, this menu is so little. And everything's difficult to find. At least, why didn't they order this alphabetically at least? What is this order? How did they choose those? I'd really love to know. But anyway, where are the lizards? That's Defenders, there we go, finally. And, oh, that's a lot to improve their relations, but just do it. There we go, we'll do it once and then hope that maintains their friendliness and forces them to not break their pacts with each other. Really, we just need them to get their military axis going or something. But otherwise, we also want to save our influence for hopefully soon upcoming heroes. What is this? Assault unit success. I'm glad they used this on Gwyndian, but still annoying. Skip, 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 and turn. Alright, let's see if Supine attacks Fortress of Dawn or besieges it. We're not gonna help him if he does, because he won't win the battle anyway. We need to take this for ourselves, and we need to go immediately southward before Kairos rebounds and starts taking these southward territories. Or southern territories, I should say. We also do have the forces of chaos pushing through the former territories of Kislev. You want us to join war against Hag Grief. We will probably do this, just not right now. We're a little busy. Actually, wait. Ambush foiled Erathon, ambush foiled Imrik. Okay, nobody can apparently is competent enough to ambush anything, but Malekith stayed here. Ooh, and Erathon is close enough to attack him. I don't remember what Malekith's defeat trait is. I wish I did. But I feel like with how many Dark Elves Zerathon's been butchering, it probably should go to him. So we're gonna have him do it. And we'll use Belharatho as a reinforcement, though it may not necessarily be needed. Yeah, decisive victory, low casualties. But it is Malekith. We should probably still fight him, right? We should still... we should leech the XP with Belharatho either way. Even if we don't need to, necessarily. Let's do this. Too bad it isn't a field battle, because we could have kept him alive and gotten his defeat rate on both of them. Whatever it may be. And I want to see what Queek is doing. Probably jumped away. Alright. Arwenel, you're going to pay a lot of money to grab the Desolation of Nagash for us. Ah! Huh. I wasn't expecting that. No, you're going to back off.
Seek safety.
Wait, where was Queek? Is he in the Desolation of Nagash? How did he manage to... Wait, what? Wait, I don't understand where Queek is. What the heck is going on? What? What?
Do not tarry. Be prepared, Asur.
He's ambushing, but we can't see him? What the heck?
Another time.
I want his defeat trait, damn it.
Strategy.
Okay, wait, back off. And now you can't back off. What the heck? He's stuck in your control zone. Well, this ain't great. No, he's just ignoring us.
Train.
This is so dumb. This is so dumb, but the ambush is failing. Oh, what the heck do we do? This is weird. I've never gotten into this situation before.
Master of magic.
I don't want to lose Arwenel. I fear we may have to delete her so that she doesn't die. Which is a shame, but we'll bring her back. It's a bit of a shame to lose the High Elven Archers, but if that's the case, it's the case. Alright, we'll try moving one more time to the Desolation. No, it's still not working. Wait. Huh. I have a thought. I don't know if this is... Alright, I'm gonna try this. I hope I don't get Arwenel killed. It's not an ambush, so we won't be destroyed, right? So what would happen if we... Okay, just fight the battle briefly. What? Oh, damn, I should have taken her items off. Okay, well, too late. I'm wondering what would happen if we retreat. Would his army be revealed and allow Imrik to get it? It's weird that we can choose to intercept and we now know that the army is there, but we can't actually see Queek. I feel like he should be revealed, but whatever, not a big deal. Alright, so what I want to do... Okay, you guys just get ready to retreat off the field. You can probably cast a few spells before you run. Start battle. Go here. And you guys go here. Alright, cast a few things. I mean, it's just Skaven slaves. And speed it up, then do one of these. And then one of these. Ow! Screw that up a little bit, whatever. Alright, speed it up again. Bounce back and forth. That was okay. Didn't quite work out like I wanted it to. And do one of these. Speed it up. It gets confusing when you play it at max speed or not max speed and bounce back and forth. Alright, a little bit of damage. Let's do a soul quench right here. Or do we save up? You know what? Don't do it with the soul quench. Max your speed. We'll do a little bit of damage to those Skaven slaves. Wait for the next fiery convocation. At least we can get a little bit of XP on Arwenel here. And wait for it, there it is. Alright, speed it back up to normal. Can we hit? Where's that unit of... ooh, you're standing still. Okay, wait. If we can do one of the... Nah, they're not gonna stand still for it. I wanted to knock out the... these guys. And the avalanche mortars. Alright, will this actually clip the warp grinders, which is the other thing that we wanted here? Maybe? Yeah, a little bit. Alright, I think we're just about good. And another unit of Skaven slaves will melt away here in a second. If this was Michaela or Phaedian, they would have just been able to take the entire enemy army with little to no effort, but alas, we just don't have the we just don't have the damage or the magics available to us. But I would nonetheless like to do a little bit of extra damage to him. Alright, get a soul quench. That did basically nothing, but, well, what can you do? You know, if you guys could melt away those warp grinders, that'd be swell. Before you get off field, of course. Alright, get a... Ooh, nice volley, nice volley. A couple more, and the warp grinders will be done for. Come on, come on. And... a couple more. You're gonna get engaged in melee. One, and I think the unit is done. Beautiful. Alright, you guys run off the field now, and you maybe get... actually, no, wait, run off before the avalanche mortars target you again. We have one more fiery convocation available. Funnily enough, we can just sort of ride around on our chariot. They can't actually catch us. How much mana do we have? Out of curiosity? We have a decent power reserve. Hmm. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we could be really annoying here if we really wanted to. I wonder, would we be able to charge through the enemy ranks? This is kind of risky, but kind of tempted to try. I want to see if we have enough mass to actually charge through the clan rats or not. And... not really. Unfortunately not. Well, keep going, keep going. Yeah, sort of. I wonder what would happen if only Queek was left. I do that.
I summon the winds.
While we're here, may as well kill a few thousand Skaven slaves. As one does. And, oh, I thought that would bounce up, but it didn't. Alright, and do one of these as well. Alright, avalanche mortars, thanks for the help. Appreciate it. Quake 2 slow to catch up, and just make sure that you don't fight Quake directly. There we go. This is so dumb. Oh, Skaven slave stacks. Poor guys. Alright, you know what? Charge those avalanche mortars a little bit. Why not? Not gonna do a lot of damage, but give them a few charges and then back off again. How much mana do we have left? We have 70 winds of magic. Alright, it's not horrible. And charge through this. You know what? Do the regular non-overcast variant. We don't actually really need the... so like that. We don't really need the extra armor piercing damage except against anybody but Queek. I'm actually now thinking... The question is, do we actually want to win this? Here's the problem. If we win and Queek is basically destroyed... Wait. If we can force him off the field, we might still be able to kill him with Imrik. Damn, you know what? I probably should have kept the... probably should have kept our units alive. Huh, go figure. Alright, charge this again. And nice charge, and we got another one of these available. And okay, if she runs into Queek, she'll die in like 5 seconds. Just bear with me here, guys. As stupid as this is, it's also necessary. It's somewhat necessary. It's not necessary, but it's funny. And that's really what it's all about. Amusement. I do that, and I was hoping that they would blob up a little bit more, but oh well. Alright. And back away from that. I don't think it's liable to hurt us too much, but why risk it, right? Alright, nice. And, okay, you need to back off now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, did I just get you killed? Come on, come on. Get away from there. Quick as a coming. We can also heal her, but I think we need the mana for additional fiery convocations. Alright, and back up again. And charge those avalanche mortars. Nice shot, avalanche mortars. Nice shot indeed. And charge these guys. Nice. And back away. Back away from the Queeky. Charge that Skaven slave unit. And that one's shattered. And next Skaven slave unit. And next one. Catch him. There we go. Run him down. Yeah. I probably shouldn't have actually backed the archers off. I should have kept them on the field or hidden them until we did this. But I wasn't originally intending to do this, which is why I did it the way I did it. And, oh wow, you're actually starting to take damage, my bad. Let's heal you up a little bit. And back you up, and... okay, there's another nice blob. We can land a nice fiery convocation, but we need to land it at the right time, because we're basically out of mana now. Not quite, but you know, let's get another heal going. Let's speed it up again. Away from Queek. You know, it's too close. Don't charge him. Don't charge him. Yeah, because I think the range units might have been able to knock Queek down over time. Also, how much damage would this do to a Queek? Just out of curiosity. I think it'll be a lot, but if we spam like 50 of those, well, maybe not 50. Not a lot, really. And the miscasting isn't helping either, but what can you do? And give it another charge. Nice. And back away. And let's just speed it up to max again. It's getting annoyingly slow. Charge these guys until they're ready to run. Alright, and now they've backed off sufficiently. Let's charge you again. Oh, that was so stupid. That was so freaking stupid. Oh, man. I mean, it was about to happen eventually because the army losses were to us and Queek running. Plus, he can't physically catch us. I was going to sit there and then pop like 10 soul quenches on him and thinking that they might do sufficient damage. But anyway, let's knock out the avalanche mortars. Frankly, Queek deserves this for that whole stupid sort of situation he got us in where there was that opportunity to intercept, but we just couldn't engage him. And that was so stupid that he deserved all this. Anyway, let's run down those avalanche mortars. It's going to take courageous, though, isn't it? They're not actually losing any units. Maybe it would be faster if we soul quench them a few times. And you know what? Could you not miscast every time you cast that? Get Apotheosis. I wonder if Hand of Glory would actually help you kill a few of these guys. And I'm not sure. Cast, but don't miscast. No, actually, you know what? Heal yourself to full. The heck? What? What the heck happened here? No! I think 2 of them might allow it to survive. Ah, well. I don't think she's gonna catch this one before it gets off the field. They really separated from each other. Yeah, this one's booking it out of here. This little weapons team. It's kind of funny. But anyway, I do believe the battle's over. Pyrrhic victory? Wait, did we lose any units? 3.1k damage, Arwinel. Well, she's going to lead. She's the herald of our fire dragon, so yeah. Well, I mean, in a way, Michaela is, but maybe Michaela is even above that. The fire dragon army and the phoenix army is going to be this army, is what I'm getting at. Alright, now I'm hoping that once this guy backs off, Imrik can still reach him, because it would be sad if he couldn't after all that. I really shouldn't have moved him around so much. I should have sort of envisioned doing this in the first place, but I wanted to try and experiment with that whole backing off, etc., until Queek was revealed. Very strange situation. Yeah, free banner of Eternal Flame one. Or did you already have that? I have no idea. Wish we had stolen an item. We can take the money. Take the money.
They may live.
And Queeky, gonna run this way. Oh, we ran too far. Yeah, Imrik can't reach him. That, damn it. Okay, well, we'll catch up to him anyway, and you know what? The free defeat isn't so bad. You can occupy the desolation. Or actually, if Imrik can't move any further, we can use him to occupy the desolation. Colonize. Nice. Frankly, the upkeep reduction ain't so bad on you, and we could... okay, so here's gonna be the question. Do we dedicate you to Adioth because you're gonna have Gordonar and several Sun Dragons, plus Phoenixes, or do we dedicate you to Asurian because you're also going to have Phoenix Guard, because I think Michaela deserves Phoenix Guard? It'll probably be longer until we get Phoenix Guard, that's the thing. Even though they'll probably be more numerous in the army than the Fire Dragons will. Alright, I guess we could just, maybe it's just an excuse to get more fire dragons. Either way. Okay, now, I wanted you to go into the settlement like so. No, not him. Okay, would you please? This whole area is very iffy. There we go. Alright, now I need to chase down Queek with Imrik. If he dies without him getting the defeat trade, it would be tremendously unfortunate. Alright, and I believe we're good here. We'll save that skill point until I've decided what to do with it. Alright, Lelea's Blessing. Let's find a proper fight. Malekith, let's get a real fight going. Oh, alright, Arathon, we'll level you and then we'll go. We're moving through Quartermaster and can continue to do so, and then through, I guess, Elven Scholar into Renowned and Feared. Decent likelihood that if we have the additional points, we'll go through Elven Healing as well. Next up, your noble Gondo, who's been with you through thick and thin. You, sir. I mean, I'm tempted to get favored by Isha still, so I think that's what we'll do. We can get you experience of years, which will give you the, melee defense anyway. Like so. And Belharathoi, though you're coming in as a reinforcement. Get your quartermaster. And you replenish troops. Alright, Malekith, time to die. Alrighty, Assyrian wills it indeed, though it looks like Malekith is upset at that, because, in theory, he has the blessing of Assyrian as well. And we'll cast a Blade Storm upon our Eagle Guard here, who have lost about half their HP, but fortunately not a single unit. As yet, the bombardment of the enemy line begins as they book their way towards us. We have sent 2 of our Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers to focus down the Raven Herald's Dark Riders here. As the Raven Heralds are a very, very strong unit, and I have a healthy respect for of their capabilities of annihilating single entities, and they'd probably be quite good against the Eagles as well, so we certainly want to pepper them with those bolt throwers. And we're using a combination of both the spread shot and the single shot as well. Anyway, looks like Arathon is attempting to chase Malekith around, who is on that chariot of his. Both are Noble and Arathon, in fact, running after him, but Malekith refuses to join battle. Kinda not surprising, though, as he's already taken damage to these two, and will, well, I mean, he's not on his dragon, he's on his chariot, and that's just not going to work against the Eagle riding or Griffin riding Lord. And there we go, he decided to charge on through and move towards our Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. Arathon's having a little bit of trouble landing, probably because of the size of the artillery pieces, but it shouldn't matter over much. There we go. At last he lands, and Malekith drops down to about 30% of his HP on that poor chariot. The bounce power shifts rapidly in our favor, and this, by the looks of it, is going to be a quick battle. And yes, we could have auto-resolved it, but at the same time, I mean, it is Malekith, so we may as well give him a fight. Alrighty, down goes the Tyrant, and down goes his chariot, and now we just have to take care of the rest of his forces. Now, the Blackguard looking like they're fighting to the death here. And regardless of whether Malekith falls, these guys will continue fighting. And certainly credit to their name, but it won't give them the win. Out here, it looks like our Eagles are busily assassinating the enemy sorceress. We've used the Eagles multiple times before to assassinate single entities and heroes, as they're quite decent at it, especially against the more fragile entities like sorceresses. Down goes the Sork. A few more units were still embroiled in combat, but it looks like that is sufficient army losses, especially with Malekith having gone down, to give us the win. Lovely. And we didn't even get to use any of the reinforcing army, but that's alright, as they were mostly going to move in as not reinforcements, but experience leeches for Belharathoi. Oh, and we even took down the master that was attempting to run away. A lovely work as always to the Silverin Talon. Alright, there we go, very nice. Malekith could do little. The Eagles obliterated his backline and assassinated both of his sorceresses, while the Silverin Guard held off his melee rush. Beautiful. We'll take the place for ourselves, at least for now, though most likely trade it. And oh, this gives Arathon Frenzy. You know what, I like it. I like it, that works. That feels appropriate, because, oh, it was the Heralds of Ariel that had that mission. Oh, another bound fiery convocation. Oh, that's great. Not so great for the enemies, but great for us. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, Frenzy on Arathon? That works. I don't know whether he automatically had Frenzy because of the Griffin, but I guess, well, whatever. It feels appropriate because, I don't know, He's frenzy. The Eagles are, well, they don't have frenzy, but it just feels right. Anyway, let's continue. Let's see. You guys should probably start moving towards Barrack-Var, though you can reach Iron Rock. Can't ya? Not a noble's prestige, mind you, but I feel like we want to take Iron Rock first. Even though Barrack-Var is the better pick, or the better settlement. The thing is, once we take Barrack-Var, we should probably move down here towards Ekrund and all of these territories, whereas Iron Rock is a little bit more isolated and a little bit closer to the rats. Though that does mean the rats would... Yeah, but we can also reach it in one turn, so... Yeah. And the more battles we have every turn right now, the better, while we can still take advantage of the profit buff. You two... You know what? Actually, Phaedon... I was gonna say, Phaedon, you should stay out of it because we have the issue of your units dying, but on the other hand... Even if they are gonna get hurt, which they are, we should probably take advantage of the extra XP, I mean. Etilne Food Taster, sure. Enchanted Shield, another Crown of Command, though I think we got rid of the first one, so it's fine. Etilne, you stay there. Collect income, no. And Black Crag is basically a free occupy as soon as we're ready to go. These guys are gonna take a while to get to it. Yeah, if we move these guys down to Valea's Sorrow, quickly take Carrick 8 Peaks from the rats, leaving the rats with 5 territories right now. So this here. Yeah, okay, so it's these 5. Imrik can push through these territories and take them. And then as soon as the rats are dead, we immediately turn on Karak Azul. Alright, working. Fern Harvest, you've got a date with some Gate Guard, or their recruitment thereof. Architect Luaran, you're gonna head to Dread Rock. And quickly build up some stuff. Yes to the Elven Artisan, yes to the port, yes to the colonnade, and... I mean, this is still going to be our biggest money-making province, so everything here should be made in light of making more money, though this is one of the few provinces which isn't going to have a lot of colonnades, so the Elven Court isn't going to be as useful. We'll build the Elven Embassy, but I think we'll start with the Elven Craftsman because it does the construction cost reduction. Another question is, do we sit here now, or do we head immediately to Nagashazar? Frankly, the buildings here aren't going to be that expensive. I feel like we'll get more mileage out of heading to Nagashazar earlier. So that's what we'll do. There's a lot of stuff that we need to build here. I guess we can start on the Camelot of Desolation of Nagash, but the other stuff's more expensive than I'd like. Oh, you know what? Wait until rebuild Lost Splendor, because then it'll only take 1 turn anyway. And then we'll build some tier 4 buildings for more Phoenix and Dragon capacities, which we'll need. Arwenil, oh, you're a hero, Arwenil. I don't like that because we already have an Arwenil. You need to join these guys, so you're going this way. And Sathania Rel, you are going this way as well. Azirel, I should say. Lorna and oh, right, that was this turn that we have to attack with you? Okay. That's great, and we will do it. But I'm inclined to say I'd rather have Imrik fight the YMWRATH battle. It's not like Queek's gonna attack him anyway. Yeah. I think you're not able to do this while in stances, right? Yeah, no, alright, fine. Let's do this, we'll level up for the battle, because who knows, it's the toughest of the dragons, and therefore could be a toughie. Get your Blade Shield, trying to get to that Colossal Strike ASAP. You, Michaela, getting ready to get into your own army, so gotta be prepared for that. We could go for Potent, or we could prepare for the inevitable pile of phoenixes that that army is going to have as well. We do use piercing bolts occasionally, but not as much in this particular army. I'm glad to go for Potent first. Let's go Potent. And there will be other stuff. We have spell points to spare. Or spell points, skill points to spare. You, Firon. Firon. I feel like Esteemed Combatant is going to be a relatively useless trait specifically for Imrik, but we can get Renowned and Word of Choeth to give you a pretty massive increase to your spell resistance. Unlikely that you'll be hit by spells, but who knows. Time for some more dragon action. What do we have? That's it? A big old red Saurian. Alright, well after we knock Imrik out, or YMWRATH out of the sky, then we'll take out Tokchik. Go.
Battle!
Battle indeed, and in Imrath perhaps we have found at last a worthy contender. It'll be a little bit of Star Dragon on Star Dragon action, even if we discount the rest of the scions of Imrath, this little pile of lizards. Anyway, we're going to start the battle off by moving Imrik forward as we do, and getting that Star Dragon breath out, even as Imrath moves to join the fray. And the two will begin their lengthy aerial duel. Imrik will buff himself up with that Star Lance, whereas Imrath, I don't know if he has any buffs or abilities other than his Star Dragon Breath. I do notice that he is unbreakable, however, and will fight to the end, though he's going to have a little bit of a tough time with that Lord of Dragons ability, dropping his melee attack down to a mere 40. In the meantime, we've got our dragons moving in, and it looks like Michaela gets mobbed by a unit of Ripperdactyl riders. But Ripperdactyls versus several dragons is not going to go the way they think. Or perhaps this is going to go exactly the way they think. In that they knew that this was not going to end well. And here come the Dragon Princes as well, charging into the flanks of the enemy Croxagors and Salamanders, and just as the Ripperdactyls decide to run away, the Dragons join the Dragon Princes in fighting. The Dragon Princes most likely looking longingly or perhaps jealously at the dragons they cannot ride. Out here we're going to do a little bit of area denial as Michaela pops a Flame Storm, and the enemy unit army will be split roughly in half, as the other units won't go through the Flamestorm to join the fray. An enemy Carnosaur, Feral Carnosaur, decides to join the fray against our Dragon Princes and does manage to knock one of them off, but concentrated fire from all of our range units will send the Feral Carno running away. Out here, Imrath is down to about 30% HP. These guys have been fighting for nearly 2 minutes straight, which is pretty solid. Imrath had nearly 20k HP, which is pretty good, as Imrik on Menaethnir only has 11k, and surprisingly, I don't believe he actually has any HP buffs, as in his main tree, so he won't get any additional HP except via defeat traits and other things, which is a little bit surprising, as he could certainly use it. Oh well, though, he's still an absolutely monstrous fighter, as he's proving to Imrath, though here he's been getting focused down by enemy range a little bit, these salamanders and such, and so we're going to pop that Armor of Caledor to buff him up. And since Imrath wants to play it that way, we're going to hit him with a few range hits of our own, and have our range units help Imrik out. You had to interrupt the duel, didn't you, Salamanders? But it was pretty clear that Imrik was going to win, especially with his Armor of Caledor. Down goes Imrath, and while his army is not quite broken, the balance of power is very much in our favor. Another Feral Carnosaur, or I think it's the same one, but it rallied, once again attempts to attack the Dragon Princes, only to be forced to shatter right quick. Out here, the dragons have been mobbing an enemy Feral Carnosaur, and the last or the only reinforcement has arrived on the field. A big ol' Dread Saurian, 20,000 HP, 60% missile resistance, and 20% physical resistance, effectively giving it 80% missile resistance, and with that 80 armor, it should probably be not susceptible to range damage from at least these types of units alone. Perhaps if we had the Sisters of Avalorn or something like that, yes, but yeah, that's a scary sight coming out of those trees. And it will attempt to chase down our... It's going to go after those Dragon Princes, but we're going to move through our line of spears and instead have Imrik land upon the Dread Saurian and start attacking. The arrows will fly, the spears will attempt to hold, and we just have to force this thing to rout. Fortunately for us, it is already wavering, especially due to the enemy army losses, as Imrath's main stack has at this point completely shattered. And once again, the sort of the spears and the archers didn't really have too much to do in this particular battle, but that's about appropriate. And there we go, it looks like with that, with the enemy army losses and with the Dread Saurian dropping down to about half of its HP, it will shatter and give the battle to us. A little bit too bad that it didn't have the Unbreakable trait, as I would have loved to see the death animation, but oh well. Maybe we can get a couple Dreadsaurians of our own later. I still haven't decided which of the Lizardmen units are going into which army, but frankly, almost all the Dragon armies could probably use some lizards. The Life one could use Reviv crystals, the Fire one could use Salamanders, the, Imrath's own, since he's tied to lizards, could use anything, like Dreadsaurians or Ancient Stegs or anything. But anyway, we shall see. Fun fight. Ooh, damn, that 60% missile resistance on the Dreadsaurian certainly prevents it from being as pincushionable as I remember. Very nice. Very nice. Imrik, or Imrat... Man, Imrik and Imrath have similar names, and it's causing me problems, but anyway, Imrath was a fairly solid fighter, taking Imrik down to about half HP despite the armor of Caledor, but that should be pretty appropriate. Otherwise, the dragons and the dragon princes did plenty of work, the Fireborn in particular getting 160 kills, but generally speaking, the Scales of War and the other dragon prince unit out-damaging the dragons for once, and they had a lot to work with against the enemy skinks and whatnot. We are going to once again take the money because we're building up a lot of stuff, and this gives us regeneration on top of hit points. Man, Imrik with regen on top of all that, and we have that shooting star ability. I think later in the game, when we take the chest of sustenance from Imrik and give it to another army, we will probably give him that thing, because I don't think this works on heroes. I think this only works on lords. Either way, you're going to go back into Lilith's Blessing. And that gave you another 1 level, not 2, but still good. And you can have Woundmaker. Gotta get you up to 1,000 weapon strength before buffs, which will be pretty nice. Next, I believe, will be the dragon encounter that we missed because we have all but one. Also starting to think, perhaps, just perhaps, maybe not this turn, but I think Arwenil, with her performance there, and the fact that she now has Queek's defeat trait, has kind of earned her army. It's, if we take Imrath and we take Shakalot, we can take out Gordonar and Solaire plus Michaela and pop them both into Arwenil's army. That should make up the decent bulk of the force, and we can give most of the other basic units to her as well. There's a few units that we want to transfer to that force as well from the from Fernharvest's army, namely the Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers and a couple of the Gate Guard as well, plus the Tyrannok Chariots, which are actually going to go into a different army, but we don't have that army up and running yet because we can't afford it, so there will be that as well. Anyway, Teclis, you can now go into experience gain for spellcasters, or just general experience gain. Yeah, but it's also miscast-based chance reduction, so that... Oh, I also didn't give you your points. Ooh, now the question is, do we go for Greater Arcane Conduit and Glamour of Hoeth, which gives us charge resistance, leadership, and a bunch of bonus melee stats, which will probably be pretty good on that Arcane Phoenix, or do we head as fast as possible to the Bound Fiery Convocation? I think this will help with the fight, so we'll do this, but we need to get towards Flames of the Phoenix as fast as possible next. So, you, sir.
We are strong.
We have the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower, so we can attack the place. What do we have in terms of defenses here, by the way? Damn, the Burning Chariots are going to be an issue. And so is the giant pile of enemy range units, but, well, what can you do? Anyway, you, sir, are going to reinforce and encamp, I guess. And Lorna, you're going to move into this army as well,
The winds hearken to me.
which maxes it out. Now, in terms of do we have time to fight this? Not really, but are we going to fight this? Yes, because I feel like it, so go. Alright folks, unfortunately similar to Nagashazar, because this place has a garrison rather structure, it will be a broken cinematic, and well, there's not really anything we can do about that. So, we're gonna have to fight this manually, but well, hopefully it won't be too big of a deal. Anyway, the way that we're going to do this is this. We're going to set up most of our troops, in fact all of our troops, out on this side of the map, and okay, you guys go here. And then, okay, well, I'll show you what we'll do in a second, once we set everything up. Now, we do want to be out of range of the enemy towers, and I do know that the enemy towers do outrange Eagle Claw bolt throwers, so they won't be able to directly fight each other in that manner. Okay, we have you and you. Alright, so, the way that we're going to do that, is this. Start battle, we're going to move you guys here, and then... all of you, go here. And all of you, go. Okay, screw that up. Go here. Alright, we'll do the reset up afterwards. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, basically the AI sees where you deployed and thus will deploy all of its units out here. Unfortunately for it, that's not necessarily a good idea, only deploying to one side, especially as it's not going to be able to react to whatever else we do. And what we're going to do is move our entire force out here. Then the enemy will react to this sort of state of affairs, and we're going to take some, at least, advantage of it. Techless, and okay, gonna have to watch out for the enemy flyers, as they are most definitely going to be a threat. But what we can do is cast a spell here and there. Alright, move you to dodge those flames, please. Techless, get ready. Alright, how are we doing? Alright, not enough enemies are approaching over there as yet, but they will be relatively shortly. Just make sure to stay away from the other enemies. We're going to send you all towards the gate, in fact all of you towards the gate, and you guys can go into melee towards the gate as well, and you two as well. You guys, alright, do a little bit of fighting with the Doom Knights here, and there we go, the enemy is starting to move now, so let's get in their way a little bit, and I'm gonna pop that chain lightning in their way. And hit a few of them while we fight these Doom Knights, though it's going to be, by the looks of it, fairly hard. You know, let's be careful about the elevation. There's a little bit of wonky nature with the hitboxes of units. You can move in as a reinforcement as well. And we can just keep annoying the enemy with our spells, like so. Get ready to move the Arcane Phoenix. As soon as this blob of units moves up, we can hopefully hit them with a with an Arcane Vortex. Right there. Alright, nice. Techless, you're a little bit hurt, but not to worry, you can simply pop your ability there. And get another chain lightning going right on top of all this. Alright, Eagle. I got too used to Arathon. Keep on fighting, keep going after those Doom Knights, so there isn't too much we can do about it. And the rest of you keep attacking those gates. In fact, maybe we can move the Lyrian Reavers out here, get them ready to fire their range attacks, so turn off their melee. Rest of our units are on the approach, good. Techless and Co, keep on fighting those Doom Knights. Certainly taking them a bit of a time to do damage to them, but it's alright. And these units are still taking their time to get there. Let's pop another Flock of Doom on all of this. And these guys are looking like they're wanting to run around, but that's fine. I'm pretty sure some can comprehend your power, buddy. Alrighty, and Lothern Seaguard, get ready to move forward. We'll need you to fire upon these Forsaken in a second. We don't want them grabbing those. We don't want them grabbing those towers. And they're gonna start. Oh, they already captured the tower without even being on top of the walls. Pfft, okay. Well, that's concerning, but what can you do? Everybody fire on those Forsaken. You should be attacking that gate. In fact, we could probably stand to move these guys away. You guys are going to be needed to help, so let's move away. How are we doing out here? Doom Knight's still taking a while to break through, but that's just fine. Let's pop another Chain Lightning right there, since the enemy is so nicely blobbed up for us. And keep going after those Doom Knights. Especially since the rest of our army is going to have a difficult time in dealing with them. Pop another heal on... You know what? Pop it on the Omen of Asurian. And how much more mana do we need for this? It's fine. Use the potion. Use the potion and keep on fighting. Alright, how are we doing out here in the meantime? Alright, enemy Forsaken are alive, but will be pretty heavily damaged shortly. And we... Oh, did the gate open? Gate opened, didn't it? Alright, you guys need to go towards that gate. And you're starting to lose units there, but, well, we don't really care that much about these guys. Oh, our artillery piece. Well, can't say we care that much about the artillery piece either. Alright, let's also get the Lothran Seaguard moving forward and get the spears ready to move up and into the attack. How's Teclis and Co doing? Still holding off the Doom Knights, gonna take a little bit, and you're gonna need another Overcast, I think, heal on yourself. How's Doom Knights? Certainly taking a little bit of effort. Pop one of these. And do we want to move yet? Ooh, there's more Forsaken moving in. Okay. And the enemies are starting to move. We're going to have to reinforce now. Alright, you guys are good. Well, the Doom Knights are still... Oh, they're nearly done for. Alright, attack them a little bit more. Hit them with an enfeebling foe. We'll get our other spells out here shortly. And the gate will pop, which is great. Let's get the Illyrian Reavers moving away from there and send the spears to fight these guys instead. Gonna be a little bit of effort to take out those Chaos Knights. Now, Lothran Seaguard, you can do a good thing and climb up on the walls, get ready to fire down upon the enemy. A lot of enemies moving in. Let's get Teclis moving as well now. Looks like the Doom Knights are out, and we can keep on healing, but we'll want to drop a few spells out here. And probably hit the enemy on the walls a bit. Alright, Teclis, get ready. We've got a chain lightning ready for the enemy, or will shortly, I hope. Just ignore the enemy. Well, just generally ignore the enemy. Most of them. Alright, and we'll heal as needed. Actually, not that much around the gate anymore. Wait, Illyrian Reavers, thought I told you to... Go over here, go break through... Oh, wait. Yeah, there's another gate here. Go break through that one. Alright, and let's move to attack those Forsaken up on the walls, while periodically dropping spells. Overcast a nice flock of doom on everybody. While our range units continue hitting them from above. I'm not going to use our Chain Lightning as yet, because there's just not enough enemies around the gate to bother with it. Our Lore Master and our Prince are still fighting in the midst of this. You are kind of in the way with that chariot, to be perfectly honest. Let's instead move the spears in, and keep on fighting. You. I don't really need to cast anything. It's not yet. You guys, start working on that gate. Use heal on the Phoenix. Maybe I should have overcast that. You know what? Time for one of these. Before we cast anything else. And the range units can keep on firing. Nobody is asleep. Oh, unfortunately, I forgot about the... I should have kept this thing back. I didn't lose it the first time I did it, and I have a bad tendency to not take battles. Ooh, you should not be down. Oh, actually, maybe you should be down here. Use your super heal on the Phoenix. Phoenix, get off the wall. Teclis, activate your potion. Then we'll have the Phoenix move right... No, don't get engaged in melee. I wanted you to use your Vortex ability. Alright, let's move you right here. This actually worked out a little bit differently than when I fought it, but it's just the nature of having to refight a battle. And when I refought it, we were able to break through the gate faster than the enemy got here, and we were just able to destroy them like that without any trouble. So they're giving us a little bit of a bigger fight here. Not that much bigger, though. Alright, how are the walls looking? Okay, a few of the enemy units are firing at our Illyrian Reavers, and the regular ones. But the enemy is going to run out of units shortly. You guys will all now attack those Chaos Knights. Still need to be dealt with, and we'll keep sending those spears in. Next unit of spears will move in to reinforce. Teclis, any mana or any magics you want to cast, let's overcast another Flock of Doom on a big old blob of enemies. And set up our Lothran Seaguard to fire down. And this was the main thing that I did in the, in the actual battle. Alright, the rest of you are firing upon the enemy. You can move over here, maybe get a better angle. And, ooh, hello. Burning Chariot will get a few shots off and then attempt to land in melee. Okay, sure. Okay, you. Heal everybody up here as a blob. And get ready to use those Gehenna's Golden Hounds. Not 100% sure on what as yet. Maybe in this blob down here. Go for it. There we go, a few nice hits. Alright, Teclis is fine. Our Lore Master is taking a little bit of damage, and in fact we can use Teclis, the Eagle, the Lore Master, or not the Eagle, the Phoenix. Okay. That confusion admittedly is probably going to stick around for a while. You guys move forward a little bit so you can fire upon the enemy. You gotta be a little bit more careful with the Illyrian Reavers as well, so let's back them off for a teensy bit while we keep on fighting through the main enemy line. Speaking of, let's get another nice Flock of Doom on them. And we got 35 seconds until our next Phoenix Vortex. Hey, I said Phoenix, not Eagle this time. Good job, Ruinous. Thanks, Ruinous. Alrighty, anyway, let's, why not? Chain Lightning, just speed it up a little bit. Maybe not super necessary. I love how much healing we have here, because we don't really have to be concerned about the damage that we're taking, even if damage taking we are. You wanna pop a fireball on somebody? If you can actually manage to land it. Would be swell. Spears, you need to march forward. Or maybe not into the... Hey, what are you doing? The heck? They tried to run out of the gate. Actually, that kind of worked out for us since they backed away from the... Chaos Knights, but still felt weird. Alright, well, let's heal up that Omen of Assyrian. Everybody else is more or less fine. And pop that Potion of Carraway. And heal back up, though Teclis is starting to run out of HP. On the other hand... It probably won't matter over much. A, because we've already won this fight, and B, the enemies are going to run out of troops faster than we run out of mana or healing. We still have 144 mana reserve, and this is why it's so weird that the AI did not really give Teclis a lot of spell points, because he has so much mana available to him and so much good stuff. It's just strange, but it's okay. And we can deal. Now that we have his Phoenix, clearly we're in the money here. Alright, Chaos Knights are nearly done. The Southern Seaguard unit's taking a little bit of damage, but not a huge deal. In fact, what we could do is charge the Arcane Phoenix towards it. We are running out of a little bit of mana on the rest of you, or ammunition on the rest of you, but that should be fine. Chaos Knights are out, and what do we have here? Oh, there's a few more units. A few more units needing killing. Alright, you know what? Who has the most ammunition in terms of the non-Lothern Seaguard? Okay, you guys go up here. And... okay, we'll be distracting this unit shortly. I guess you. Go in here, and I'm gonna have you actually fight the enemy. Alright, go up to those spawn. And looks like the enemy's being distracted now. Lovely. Let's get another unit in here following suit. Maybe you and then you. There was another Lothern Seaguard out there as well, which can fight in melee. Alright, how are those Illyrian Reavers doing out of breaking the gate? Hey, this is SFO after all, so while they've been doing this for like 5 minutes straight, it takes a while. You guys, however, are out of ammo and can do a little bit of chasing of the enemy. Teclis, we need to heal anybody here? Maybe the Lore Master. Taking him a little bit of effort. Phoenix. I was about to say Eagle, and I was like, wait, Ruinous, you can do this. And I did end up saying the right thing at that time. Alright, we gotta maybe split you away. And then have you attack the pink horrors up there. Alright, Chaos Knights have returned, but not for long, I'd wager. Let's... well, the Flock of Doom is probably a waste. Let's debuff the spawn further and just kill them a little bit faster while you land upon them. And with that, by the looks of it, and the battle's ours. And okay, maybe you guys shouldn't eat arrows. Once again, the casualty doesn't really matter because we've already won the battle. Alright, and now it's just having to work through those unbreakable chaos spawn, and I guess get a little bit more healing in here while we can. Even though I suppose the healing doesn't matter because, well, and this is a replay. I do wish that these weren't broken. No, but hey, we got 3 cinematic battles and 1 non-cinematic. That's fine. It's still a lot of battles either way. Alright, Phoenixes, do your work. We'll see plenty of work from the double Arcane Phoenixes, or the however many Arcane Phoenixes we end up getting in this army as we go. I also have to figure out what kind of lore we'll want to add to Teclis's army. We don't really need the life lore, because the Lore Master of Koeth can cast as Earthblood, and Teclis can cast Regrowth very, very cheaply. Although Dwellers Below is very strong. Out of curiosity, Omen of Assyrian does fire damage, so if we get a fire lore, we could use Kindle Flame to buff up the army further. Anyway, is there anything left in the enemy settlement? I think okay, we're just missing proximity. Oh, they haven't even begun melting away. Alright, fine. Just knock them out. Just knock them out real quick. A few more shots of the Phoenixes doing their thing. There we go, very nice. Lovely animations with those sort of wing flap attacks that they do. It did take them quite a long time to work on those Doom Knights, though. That was pretty impressive. Alright, and there we go with that. The battle is ours, not too bad. In fact, I think we took fairly little casualties on most of our units. And the casualties that we did take will probably be recovered. Gotta remember that a lot of our units were very badly hurt starting the battle. Good. Alright, there we go. Relatively minimal losses for a fairly hard target. Their verse siege solves all your problems. The ward saved 10% from Imrath's temper, I'm sure helped before doing that as well. 70k damage on Teclis, not bad. Not bad, certainly not the kind of damage that we've gotten used to seeing out of some of our mages, but he'll get there. And that gave him 2 more levels as well. So we'll occupy the place, and don't really care for Phobane. We'll turn into something more useful. Province secured, Scepter of Stability similarly turned into something else. Fortress of Dawn also gives us an income increase from trade tariffs, and we have the War Hall here, which means what we should probably do is... This might be a good time to revise Teclis. On the other hand, I'm kind of disinclined to waste profit. If he's gone for 3 turns, that's 3 turns he's not getting any bonus XP. I have to think about that. I might do it afterwards. We'll have to reset him eventually anyway, since he's not going to get too much mileage out of Bowmaster or Militia Master, but for now he is using those troops, and it is powering him up. Anyway, folks, with that, we're obviously out of time. We have the province secured now, and we'll be moving southward towards the rest of Kairos' territories, hopefully, and we'll be destroying him as soon as we can so that he can't pull off any shenanigans. This could be an annoyance. Wrath of Nature had to come here just as we left these territories, but oh well. As long as we keep the Fortress of Dawn, it won't matter. Anyway, calling it here. Next time we proceed to continuing to chase after Queek after all that craziness, and move towards Misty Mountain and the rest of his territories, and then similar with Phaedian and Tilnai, who are going to be going after the Bloody Hands, and then eventually we'll turn everybody on to free the real estate that makes up Karak Azul. Hopefully before the dwarfs in the north fall. More Imrik to come, so stay tuned. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, especially the Threshold. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.